When people are starting to get organized, I think the number one thing that they tell me that they're feeling is just straight up overwhelm. And it makes sense because when we go into these spaces that have been cluttered for a long time, they feel overwhelming. And I would liken it to almost like being buried alive in an avalanche. The idea that like this clutter is coming for us. And if we put ourselves in its path, it's just going to take us over and, snuff the life out of us. And that's, I think, how we really feel when we look at these giant rooms of clutter. It feels overwhelming. It feels super stressful. And what I know is that what we look for, we find. So if you are looking for, something scary in there and it's just going to like bury you alive, that's probably what's going to happen. Because if there is anything else happening, you're not looking at it. You're looking at the evidence of your belief system, right? We're looking at what we know to be true coming to life. And yet, in this beautiful, expansive, vast world, you can look for and find just about anything. So I want to give you a reframe to think about your clutter in a different way. Instead of looking at the cluttered rooms in your life as a giant monster out to get you, what if you looked at it like a treasure hunt? What if you made a plan? If you were like, okay, great, I am going to find something amazing. Like you were looking for buried treasure. What is something in this room that is so interesting or so fun or so cool that I can find and discover? That's what I want you to do. I want you to start looking at the organizing projects in your life as a treasure hunt. And I will tell you, after decades of working with people, there is always treasure in your clutter, always. So bare minimum, you're gonna find money. That's just a thing. I have never not found money in someone's house, whether it be change in a car console or dollar bills in a jacket or, money that was shoved in a present from someone at your wedding or in the pockets of your jeans. It's somewhere. I promise it is somewhere. But beyond the physical stuff that you might find that you think is really cool, you might also find memories. Things that remind you of something really beautiful in your life. Things that remind you of people who bring you a lot of joy. There are so many options of treasure that you can find. And so when you go to work on this next space, I want you to think about a space you want to organize. I want you to approach it like you are looking for buried treasure. Like, okay, I am excited. I can't wait to see what I come across. And even take a second to visualize before you start. I think one of the things that gets challenging in our organizational culture is that we just think we're supposed to just bust in and start organizing and get her done because we're already late and there's so much that needs to be done. And I am just saying, hold your horses. Take a second, shift your mindset. Right? Instead of going in there, letting the clutter dictate what you experience, set your intention, your vibrational, emotional set point before you go in and start organizing that room. Visualize that room. Okay, great. Room, what do you have in store for me today? What is something exciting that I can find? Is there, imagine yourself going through and finding something that would bring you joy, the book that you haven't been able to locate, the money, the, picture of a loved one, whatever it is that you would be lit up by finding, visualize yourself finding that thing and actually enjoying the process of organizing. And then go in and organize and try to do it with as little attachment to what happens as possible. Like, the chances of you getting an entire room done in like 30 minutes is not so likely, friend, but you can make progress. So make the progress that you can make. Look at it as a creative endeavor, something that's kind of fun. You're excavating your life. You are discovering other layers of your life, your world, your personality, your future in some cases. So this is sacred, beautiful work. And then when you're done, take a hot minute and go and journal what amazing things you found that day. Did you find proof of abundance? Did you find proof of love? Did you come across something, a shirt that makes you feel like an absolute, siren? What did you find that brings you joy today, right? And if you didn't, if you organized and things felt really, really rough, that's okay. Not every day is puppies and rainbows and sunshine. Instead, make a gratitude list. I am grateful that I had time to organize today. I am grateful for the air in my lungs. I am grateful to have a home that has clutter in it. I am grateful to have the financial abundance to have clutter. Look for something positive because as long as we are stuck in the negative story of our clutter, the clutter is just going to continue to feel horrible. And you have the power to reclaim that story, rewrite your story with clutter, and experience something totally different. So when you go to organize today, this week, whenever you're going to do it, take a second and release the idea that clutter is an avalanche out to get you, and start to approach your clutter with a different state of mind, with the state of mind of a treasure hunt. What can you find? What magic and beauty is going to inspire you in the process today? Be willing to look at your clutter in a new light, and I promise you, the organizing process is going to get a lot better. You're going to have a lot more clarity about what stays and what goes, and you're just going to enjoy your home a lot more, no matter the state that it's in. If getting organized feels a little overwhelming for you to do on your own, know that you are not alone, and that is very, very normal. In the next month, I am opening up 2 slots for new private clients. Click the link below and you can set up a time to meet with me one-on-one to find out if we're a good fit to work together. And if you want more organizing tips, tricks, and insights, subscribe below and join me on this organizing journey.